What's good, y'all? DJ E-Rock in the building. We are here at Culture Kings, Las Vegas. This is Between Takes. Today, a very special guest is in the building. I've never seen anything like what you did on the strip, and we're going to talk about that in a few moments, man. But AP Tyy in the motherfucking building right now.
What's going on, man?
Oh, my
Appreciate
God,
you for having
bro.
me. Definitely.
Yo, you know what? I don't think I'm going to be able to sleep after seeing what I saw.
What you saw?
Bro, like, I mean, can we talk about it? I mean, I've never seen anything like that. What did we do on the strip just like maybe about a good, I don't know, few moments ago before we did this?
We was tearing the script up. I mean, that's like a day in the life with us. I mean, coming from New York City, that's like just a little tap into what we got, what we can offer, you know? But, it's a little part of my...
Yo, y'all brought the table to the table today out there.
Oh, man. We fucked it up, though. We
Real
brought
talk,
the bikes
real
out.
talk.
He ain't see it. He seen it live and direct. We had the 450s out. We was going crazy. Had my man Chris hit my man up. One tap.
Okay.
Boom, boom, boom. We hit the strip real simple. Bright and early. Sun out. Had some people out there. It was good.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching this right now, I'm telling you, go to our Instagram at Culture Kings. Yo, what we saw out there was absolutely just like, I've never seen that before in the 15 years that I've been coming here, ever. So, I mean, that might be a world record. Real talk, real spit, real spit.
We might need to look forward into that.
So let me ask you a question. What is like the connection between you and like, you know, the quads, the bikes and whatnot? Like what's the takeaway from that? Like, how did you get into it? Like, what's the culture, everything for someone that doesn't necessarily understand?
Basically, like when I was about like 5 years old, I used to ride pedal bikes, and I remember taking my training wheels off, and then I kept riding bikes, and I used to make dirt ramps and stuff like that. So I was always into BMX heavily, and then like maybe when I got to like 13 or 14, I felt like I wanted something a little more edgier, and then I always watched like the Rough Riders and like people like that, and like maybe motocrossing and like looking at that on ESPN, and that's things that inspired me. And then I finally saved some money up to buy my first dirt bike, and I never looked back from it.
How long ago was that?
I probably was like, that's probably like 20 years ago. I probably was like maybe like 15.
Wow.
15, 14 when I bought my first bike.
That's crazy. I mean, do you ever get scared when you do like wheelies and tricks and whatnot? Like, yo, I'm seeing you like tilt. I'm like, whoa. It's bananas, like, bro. That's a skill.
The pleasure I get out of that, I don't come to a lot of things in life that come close to the aesthetic of the way the bike make me feel. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of just like a roller coaster that you don't want to stop. And I'm just a thrill seeker, so take the edge off.
Like I said, I don't even think I'm going to be able to sleep after I seen that. I was like, yo, you was like literally popping wheelies so close to the ground, man. Like, I'm just like, holy shit. But I mean, that takes time. Obviously, you've put a lot of time into this craft.
And to be honest with you, it's like it's a stress reliever. Like, it relieves a lot of stress. Like, to me, like, to get out there and just feel like you can just.
You definitely did that.
Feel like you want to do what you want to do and just not, excuse my language, give a fuck. It's just.
Hey, you can cuss, you can say whatever you want here. It's
just
all
like,
good.
oh man, I can't explain the feeling.
The adrenaline rush is like by far out of control.
Maybe a bust in the nut might come close to it.
So. I know you live in Jersey now, but you're originally from Harlem.
Yes.
Correct. Now, what would be the number one thing that you would want people to know about where you're from and why it's so important to you?
I mean, Harlem is just like, I feel it's the Mecca. I feel like a lot of things originate through Harlem, like from the aesthetic, from the way people talk, from the daily life, the style, the little things you could pick up in the street. It's just, Harlem just got a unique aesthetic to it that I've been a lot of places in the world and nothing comes close to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you can be yourself here. There's so much creativity here. You know what I'm saying? I think it's so much welcoming to to every culture you can ever think of, like every ethnicity you can think of.
Who would you say is on your top 3 list of Harlem rappers of all time?
Mm.
I don't think I've ever asked that. I always ask like what's on like the West Coast Mount
I
Rushmore.
don't even think
and
I
this
got
and
asked
that.
that.
Cause it's so rich in history. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, like who were some of the people that you grew up listening to?
It could go back at into people I even researched to listen to. Like we can go further back that wasn't even in my era. Like people like Big L and
Shout out Big L.
like
Rest in
saying
peace.
Dipset. You know what I'm saying? It's a like Harlem is big, but these are like some of the pioneers. It's a lot of fashionable people. It's people that set trends that ain't even spoke on a microphone. Like people like Dapper Dan. You got a lot. Harlem was a place where you can be great at whatever you decided to do. It was famous icy ladies that just came around in icy wagons, and they became famous. It was people who had food trucks.
Yeah.
Harlem was so welcoming that if you was just you had a grind and you was passionate about your craft, like people just got behind it. Whether you was a basketball player, whatever you decided to do, just Harlem was just so like welcoming
For sure.
for everything. Like it's kind of felt like it was like you can kind of be we take on a lot of kids, so you could kind of be like a stepchild. We could just like bring you on, like it didn't matter.
Just that
You
welcoming.
didn't even have to be family. Like, you could just be a stranger who just welcome you. Like it's
Yeah.
just so welcoming sometimes.
I love that.
A lot.
So speaking of family, ASAP, that's the crew you grew up. Names like Rocky, Ferg, R.I.P. Yamz. Like, how was that growing up? Like, with that collective. I mean, y'all came up in the early days, and when we say early days, we mean like early before it all, right?
I mean, I get this question so much. Like it the the memories go on and on. Like we were so brotherly oriented that we used to just do like everything didn't never feel like I didn't even understand the type of impact we was gonna make on the world. Like how we was just doing things so like regular. Like I wasn't even like grasping it in the beginning the way it was the way how it transpired.
Yeah.
So we should just do like normal things. Like it was just we was just chilling like regular and it just became something like I like for instance just regular day to day boy to boy shit like just having fun, kicking it, running around, meeting, going to functions, partying, fucking with the girls, hanging out, like studios, day to day life. Like it was just so brotherly oriented that it's like it was nothing unmatched. Like everything just felt organic. Like nothing was forced. Like,
And it still does feel organic for me being a fan. Like, I mean, I want to say that definitely, like, the ASAP Collective is probably the most and one of the most authentic, true to what your identity is, like, from thick and thin. Like, and I love it as being a fan. So, kudos to y'all because I feel like a lot of people get lost, but no, you guys have maintained, the route. You know what I mean? So let me ask you this real quick. Obviously you're an artist. You've got mixtapes out and you've got albums coming out and whatnot. Let me ask you about this new collab with QUADS. You're wearing the shirt right now, the collection. What went into that? How did that whole entire thing come together?
a lot of work came into that. Like it's like a dream come true. Big big thought process came into it. Shout out to the QUADS team making this dream come true. But I remember trying to like I remember going into there probably times when I probably couldn't even afford things like in a sense like when I didn't even have it to buy.
So this is
So
like full circle.
so to come around and actually have like a collab and I feel like this is something that's true to me and it's like I can say it's kind of an aesthetic that I kind of provided, far as like the motocross and me just cross branding my style and my fashion and my music and just tying it all together. Like it was just kind of like a dream come true, and I'm I'm appreciated with the way these
Yo, it's
items came
fire.
out. Like
The drip is hot, man.
so it
It's
was
fire.
cool, man. We went back and forth, like, and we came out with a dope collection, man. It was a blessing, man. Shout out to KSUBI for making this possible.
And the way you're rolling, the way that you're rolling it out is pretty incredible too. Like, I mean, like I said, what we seen on the Las Vegas Strip, like I've never seen that before in my whole entire life. So you're definitely putting a moment behind it, and that's incredible. It's incredible.
We're not even like a week into it. We just
Bro.
kind of dropped it. I don't understand.
Yo,
we
like
still got
I
more
said,
shit to
I've never
do.
seen anything like that. I've been out here for 15 years, bro.
I don't even think I've been out here that long. How long we been
You've
here?
been
I
out here
just touched
15
down.
minutes and done more than me. You know, obviously, you know, you've got a lot of music that you're putting out. Let's talk about the record Purge. Tell me about that real quick. What's the inspiration behind that?
So like sometimes like some of these songs and my direction when it come to music, I tend to don't have like an idea or aesthetic when I go into the studio. So I was just feeling like what's drastic, like, and then I feel like, you know, the city been in a shambles, the world been in a shambles just with like far as COVID, and we're just trying to build things back together, and that was just kind of like my aesthetic, and it fit well with the KSUBI collab, and it just made sense. Like it just made sense. They fucked with it, I fucked with it, the world fucking with it, and here we are today. Like,
So let me ask you, what is your studio process? Like when you're in the lab, like the one that we're in right now, like, you know, do you put it on airplane mode? Do you have to have a certain need? Do you? I mean, what's the ritual behind, like, you know, your studio process?
so like sometimes sometimes I don't even have like my producer or my engineer, we don't even have beats, so we kind of start things off from scratch. I don't even have a pen or a pad to even write or whatever the case may be, in a sense. So we always like, we don't go into these things like premeditated. So
You just catch a vibe.
we just catch a vibe. So I won't even turn my phone off sometimes, just because maybe somebody might call me and say some funny shit, and I might be like, hold on, I need that on the verse.
Wow.
It might be an intro to something.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody call me with something, that might be the intro to the song. Or maybe, so it depends on like my mood swing. So I try to not like put so much pressure on me when I'm making music, and try to just go off of how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I like to, well, all the time I make music off feeling. So I like to just go off of my vibe. Like,
For sure.
so if I'm like in,
I like that though. Like, you know how you say, like, hey man, I won't turn my phone off because I might get inspiration from a phone call, a
Might
text
be-
message.
I might be one of my females showing me some titties or something. I might be like, hold on. Should be titties and apple juice.
Wrote a song about it. Here go.
There you go, titties and apple juice.
You
Shit
heard
called
it here,
Titties
bro.
and Red
Oh
Bull.
my God. Yeah. All right, so, you know, you're in Vegas. You got any plans while you're here? First off, let me ask you, like, how many times have you been to Las Vegas before?
I've been to Las Vegas a couple of times. I've been to Las Vegas like quite a couple times. Like, you know, been a lot of great fights out here. I ain't been out here in a second though. This is like, I can say I only been out here for probably like 3 to 4 hours, and this could probably been like the best time I've had in Vegas. I can definitely say that. Shout out to Vegas. Shout out to Culture Kings. This is
The night is young.
And it's still young.
The night is still young, man. I mean, do you plan on, like, you know, hitting the tables, you know, maybe popping up at a nightclub or something like that? Like, yo, what's on the agenda?
I mean, I don't plan on sleeping, so I don't even know if that.
You're not
answer the
supposed to,
question.
bro.
Oh, exactly.
But I will say this though: drink a lot of water, though. Drink a lot of water. It's hot as fuck out here, bro.
Let me drink some water now, since you're saying that.
There he is. Yo, after this, man, what can we expect? What's gonna go on? What do you got coming up? Any new music? Obviously, we've got the QUADS collab.
Expect the unexpected. I was actually working on something going on. I can't even give you a date. I might be riding the Banshee out of a helicopter or something, but I don't know if I'll probably put that out. But just I might be Willie in a boat. I might be rustling a crocodile sometime soon. I don't know. Just expect the unexpected, you know? Just look forward out to the music, the clothes, the style, the aesthetic, the Von Sway, you know?
He said the Von Sway. There he is. So let me ask you this though. You mentioned the Banshee. What's the craziest thing you've done on a quad? What's like the craziest thing you've done and pulled off, and everybody was like, "Yo, you really did that."
It's something that probably people ain't never do before, and they probably don't even know I did it.
What?
So I don't think they know it's crazy. Because probably half the things people done is probably regular.
Yeah.
Have you ever fucked on a quad?
No.
See?
I haven't. Have you?
Well, that's something I can tell you I done.
Oh, wow. There he is. My guy. I mean, I don't even know where to go.
Have you ever
from
rolled through the trails and just like found a spot where it was like, hold on.
This
It's
is
a little
it.
dead back here. What you want to do, shorty?
I'm telling you, man.
Sorry.
It's my guy, AP Tyy in the building. Shout out to QUADS, shout out to Culture Kings. E-Rock is here. Man, hey, yo, I fuck with you, my dog.
Appreciate you, E-Rock.
This is my guy right here,
looking.
man. You know what it is? Between takes, man. Yo, we vibing tonight, man. We're gonna have to tear. You're gonna have to teach me a thing or two on these quads. So
Pleasure.
all
Why
right.
not?
Yo, that might be the next video. That's coming up soon. All right. Culture Kings, baby. Let's go.